Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for joining today's I Challenge Everything Winners webinar. My name is Simon Townsend. I'm coming to you from a very dark and empty office in IGEL of the UK. It's December the 31st. We're just about to close off an extremely successful 2019, and I'm pleased to be joined by all of you on this webinar who have obviously taken part in this year's I Challenge Everything contest. There are actually two contests that have been running this year. One of those is our customer testimonial contest, which we're going to announce the winner of today, and also the winner of the Porsche Taycan will be announced as well. I trust you've all enjoyed a very successful year. I trust you've all had a great couple of days over the holidays recently, and I hope all of you are going to be celebrating and bringing the new year in later on this evening or today. Please do raise your hand in the GoToWebinar control panel if you do have any questions. I will also launch a quick poll as we go through this as well. Without further ado, and considering that some people on this side of the pond have got a New Year's Eve party no doubt to attend, we shall try and get started. First things first, before we get started, I did just want to remind everybody on this call and those people that are viewing this webinar about our up and coming cloud workspaces forum called Disrupt. Disrupt is an event that is sponsored and brought to you by IGEL, but actually sponsored by a large number of vendors in the end user computing space. We are running two events this year. One of those is in Nashville on the 27th of January, and the other one kicks off in Munich on the 4th of February, so just exactly 1 week after. These are events which will be attended by over 500 people in each location. As I said, it is what is rapidly or has rapidly become the #1 workspaces forum for both customers and partners of IGEL, and is attended now by many people within the end user computing space. We've got sponsorships that I can now tell you are confirmed from Microsoft, Citrix, VMware, ControlUp, Liquidware, and Login VSI, and a host of other. NVIDIA's in there, Nutanix is in there, and all of those vendors and over 30 members of the EUC community, well-known CTPs, VM experts, Microsoft MVPs are in attendance, along with both partners, value-added resellers, systems integrators, and customers. On the first day of those events, we are actually running a 4-hour masterclass on Windows Virtual Desktop, and following the keynotes on the second day, you've then got the opportunity to go and into a number of different breakout sessions. In both locations, there's over 30 to 40 independent breakout sessions that are delivered by our sponsors, by IGEL themselves, by community members, and by technical experts in the EUC world. It's a great event. On the second day in the evening, we will also have a party. We've got a band, we've got food laid on, and it is a great event and a great way to meet people that are like-minded people like yourselves who are in the end user computing space, looking at how we deploy VDI and moving forward desktop as a service. How do we adopt and add value onto things like Windows Virtual Desktop? What is Citrix up to? What is VMware up to? What are all of those ecosystems up to go through some of their roadmaps, some of their vision and some of their plans for 2020. Last year's event was extremely successful and we got a ton of great feedback. So we would love to see as many people in both those locations. Just to give you an example of some of those vendors and some of those speakers that are coming, you'll see familiar names on the screen now: Doug Brown, Ruben, Benny Trich. We've got Gartner presenting, Nathan Hill as an example. I mentioned that Jim Moyle and Christian Brinkhoff will be doing that 4-hour Windows Virtual Desktop Masterclass. And we'll also have, I'm very pleased to have Scott Manchester from Microsoft attending and delivering part of that keynote as well. So if you'd like to join us, please go to www.disrupteuc.com and feel free to register for either or both of those events. You do have the ability to either buy a ticket independently or buy a ticket as part of a bundle and get the hotel thrown in. But it is a great event. Please don't make the mistake of thinking it is an iGel only event. As you can see from the content and the sponsors, this really is the end user computing cloud workspaces event of the year. So we'd love to see you there. On to something more immediate, the I Challenge Everything competition. This sweepstake has been running now since Disrupt at the start of this year. So in January 2019, we announced that we were going to be giving away a Porsche Taycan. This isn't unusual for iGel. A couple of years back, we gave away a Tesla. Last year, we did the IT Baller giveaway, where we gave away in excess of $100,000 across the year. And what's interesting about this is that this actually gives us a very good way of not just talking to people in the end user computing space, but also capturing some very valuable insights into what people are actually deploying, the types of technology they're deploying, how they're deploying it, particularly from an iGel point of view, what they're deploying, what technologies, features they're using within the product. And it gives us a very good way to ensure that we can offer the very best customer service, but also that we can continue to innovate and provide valuable features and feedback when it comes to our solutions. So very shortly, I will be picking a name out of a randomly generated tool that I've found, and I'll share that with you. But we will be doing the draw to give away the Porsche Taycan. For those of you that don't know, the Porsche Taycan is a much anticipated first production electric car from Porsche. I think everybody's more than familiar with the impact that Tesla have had on the market, both in terms of its ability and feature set when it comes to being an electric car, but also the performance that comes with it. Lots of people have kept a very, very close eye on what Porsche is up to in this space. And being a German-based organization like iGel, we were obviously very pleased and very quick to offer this car as part of the competition this year. You know, electric cars are, you know, arguably software defined. In the case of the Tesla, in the case of the up and coming Porsche that's being released, a lot of these cars are not just based on the hardware and the mechanics of the car, but also how that software controls that car. And there's numerous examples of how over-the-air updates can affect both the performance and the range of these cars moving forward. And that ties in quite nicely with what we do at iGel, the ability that we can take any x86 device, deploy our operating system, and ultimately repurpose and improve the user experience, the performance, and the longevity of those devices as well. Depending on the model, obviously you can see some statistics there, but we are not talking about a car that is slow by any means. And in fact, the 4S model that comes in at around $85,000 is got around 523 brake horsepower, and it is doing 0 to 60 in just 4 seconds. So Lots and lots of excitement about this car, a great looking car, a great performing car, and also something that obviously has been very much focused on innovation and how the whole market is going to change. As part of the I Challenge Everything competition, we have also been running our customer testimonial competition. One thing that we pride ourselves on is customer case studies. We're very fortunate to have deployed in excess of 750,000 endpoints this year. I said earlier, we've had a very good year. Lots of organizations have been upgrading their version of Citrix and VMware. People have been moving to the cloud. People have been looking at Windows Virtual Desktop, and they've been choosing iGel as the operating system of choice to deploy onto their existing estate, or in fact, to deploy on our award-winning hardware. And with those deployments comes a number of happy customers, and those happy customers are normally very happy to work with us in helping us produce case studies alongside some of our alliance partners. And I'm very pleased to announce that in the next couple of weeks, we'll be announcing a new website, and there's a quick glimpse on the screen there of our new website and all the customer case studies that will be available on that website. But as part of getting those customer case studies, we've also entered a number of those into our customer testimonial competition. And the person that wins that draw actually is able to receive $20,000. So a very, very nice way to finish the year. And hopefully we're just about to make someone's day by pulling their name from the votes that they have been receiving. Our finalists this year, if you've missed the webinar we did 3 or 4 weeks ago now, were Novovia, Futera, and the Dillon School of Business. All 3 of these finalists joined me on a webinar a couple of weeks ago and had some amazing stories to share about what they've been doing with iGel, how they've been deploying iGel, solving some of the challenges they had in their existing environment around endpoint management, and how iGel has helped actually overcome those. Many of those finalists also spoke to, in a very positive way, about their experience at Disrupt last year, and I'm pleased to say we'll be attending Disrupt in January and February this year as well. But what's been happening over the last 3 weeks or so is on the I Challenge Everything website, people have been able to vote for their favorite customer testimonial videos. So those 3 videos have been placed up onto a website. You can still go to ichallengeeverything.com now. You can choose to view those videos and hear those customer stories. The voting has now closed, and we have received in excess of 500 votes over the last 3 weeks. But there has been one clear winner who has received an amount of votes, and that person, I'm pleased to announce, is just about to receive the $20,000. So please take a look at those videos if you haven't done already. The way in which iGel is helping organizations migrate to the latest version of virtual desktop infrastructure, the way that we're helping accelerate the move to cloud workspaces, it's extremely interesting to listen to their stories. And in some cases, we're helping them from a cost point of view, we're helping them reduce the amount of endpoint management, we're improving user experience, and in one of those cases, we're also helping improve endpoint security as well. So the person with the most amount of votes for our customer testimonial competition, I am pleased to say, is Tavone Malone from Novovia. Well done, Tavone. Congratulations. We will be in contact over the next day or so, and we will get a check sent out to you for $20,000, and that is entirely up to you what you do with that money. I'm just going to have a quick look now and see whether Tavone is on the webinar. It does look like he is. I'm just going to unmute. Tavone, are you there? Fingers crossed.
Tavone, I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Tavone. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you so much. This is awesome. This is crazy.
What a way.
It's been a journey.
What a way to end the year.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This is super exciting. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to enter this competition and to really showcase what we've been doing at Neovia. It's been really fun deploying iGel and getting to display it here on this webinar, and being able to win a contest like this is very very good.
Oh, well, no, congratulations to you. In fact, congratulations to all three of the people that entered. I can't thank you enough on behalf of myself. I know Jed, the CEO, and also the rest of iGel. We really appreciate all of you taking the time to spend time with our video crews, allowing us to come to site to video and ask you the questions and go through the process of creating those videos. I know it takes an amount of your time up, and you're obviously extremely busy, but you know it does allow people to at least help them understand how you're deploying the solutions and what some of those business benefits are, in addition to some of the technical benefits. So Tavone, thank you very, very much for your time. Congratulations on that. Anything more that you'd like to say?
I'm kind of in shock still, to be honest. No, but like I said, Simon, thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it on behalf of Neovia, myself. We all enjoyed doing the customer testimonial. And like I said, I mean, iGel, if anybody's listening to this webinar and they are kind of on the edge about it, definitely give them a shot. They're definitely disrupting the EUC space, and they can change the way you do endpoints for your company. So thanks, Simon.
Hey, my pleasure. Have a very, very happy new year, and I look forward to seeing you at Disrupt.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Okay, let's just put Tavone back on mute. So there we go, $20,000. Can't believe it. I didn't ask him what he was going to do this evening, but I'm going to assume that Tavone, you're going to go out and at least have a drink or two, and hopefully celebrate with your family and friends. And I wish you a very happy New Year. But as I said, thank you to everybody that was part of that, and also to Michael and Joshua for taking part. You guys did a phenomenal job, and we really appreciate the work that you've done with us, and I look forward to seeing you both in Nashville in the next couple of weeks as well. So with that, here we go. We are just about to do the draw for the Porsche Taycan. Anything more that I want to say on this? I don't think there is. What I've done is I've taken all of the names that we've collected. We've actually had over 3,000 people enter the draw this year. Those people have been a mixture of existing customers, prospects that we're speaking to, people involved in the EUC space. All of those people have been contacted. As I said, we've gained some very valuable insights from them. Lots of those people have then gone on to deploy, either purchase, increase their use of iGel. Some of those organizations and some of those people actually haven't, but they're still entered into the draw. Anyone that entered in and qualified has been put into the draw. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to bring up, if I can work this, a small tool that I have got. Hopefully you guys can see that. I've got a load of messages come up here. I apologize. I have got a number of names here that have been put into the list. This was the list that was taken just earlier today. If you ever need to choose randomly a wheel of names or a group randomly choose a name out of a hat, there is a website called the Wheel of Names. Company names obviously are not included. I'm just going to shuffle this up. You can see here that we've got a whole host of people entered into this draw, and all I'm going to do now is pick our lucky winner. I am just going to check that you guys can see that. You can. So off I go. I spin the wheel, and somebody is going to win a Porsche Taycan. I apologize, I can't look at the camera the whole time. John Malone. John Malone. Now, let me just pause my screen and let's see if we can find John Malone. John Malone from Crescent Bank in the United States. I've just paused the screen while I try and pull up his details. Let's see whether, isn't that strange? Two people with the same surname. It's a coincidence, right? John is not on the webinar, but what I'm going to do is I am going to try and give our friend John a quick call. So bear with me, everybody. Let's see if we can get hold of him. 5, 1, 2, 3. Let's see what happens. Let's hope I've got the right number.
Sorry, John Malone is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
John Malone, this is Simon Townsend calling from iGel. You are currently live on a webinar. We are in the middle of doing our Porsche Taycan draw, and I'm pleased to say that your name has been randomly selected and that you are the 2019 winner of the I Challenge Everything competition. So if you want to give me a call, I will try you again shortly, or please try and get in contact with your iGel representative. I know there was a number of people on this call that were desperately hoping that I was going to get through to you, but congratulations, you are this year's winner, and I will try you again shortly. So there we go. Sadly, we weren't able to get hold of him. I will just try one more time for the purpose of excitement on this call. Let's see if we can. I would desperately love to get hold of him. Thank you, Trevor.
Sorry, John Malone.
No, he's not on. So sadly, John is not able to take the call, but there we go. Congratulations to John. Congratulations to Tavone. Thank you to everybody that has been on this call. Commiserations to those of you, or to the rest of you that weren't able to win today, but thank you very much for all of your support in 2019. On behalf of myself and iGel, I wish you an extremely happy and prosperous new year. Thank you for following iGel, and I hope again to see many of you at Disrupt 2020. Happy New Year, everybody, and thanks very much for attending this webinar.